Welcome to Pre-Opera Cocktails. My name is Kelley Hollis. I am a soprano with Boston's Opera on Tap, and today we are discussing John Adams' Nixon in China and making an original cocktail called Red Detachment, inspired by the ballet that takes place within the opera. So, Nixon in China follows the events of Richard and Pat Nixon's 1972 visit to the country after several decades of zero interaction between the US and China. And the subsequent scenes in the opera are all depictions of real events that took place on the week-long trip. So, state dinners, meetings between Mao and Nixon, Pat touring the city, attending the ballet, which actually happened. They attend this political ballet opera called The Red Detachment of Women, and that is what today's cocktail is based on. So, like I said, the name of the ballet that they go to see in Act 2 is called The Red Detachment of Women. So this cocktail that we're going to make is called Red Detachment, because I think we're all feeling a little detached right now. Ideally, you would have a cocktail shaker. I don't, and I can't go out and get one because COVID. So I'm going to be making everything in this little cup. So, the ingredients are vodka, lychee liqueur, cranberry juice, ginger ale. Stir. Cheers. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Obviously not here. It's 3 o'clock here. That means it's 3 a.m. in China. So, this opera was written by John Adams. It was his very first opera. This opera was directed by Peter Sellers, who was the one to suggest to Adams that he actually write the opera in the first place. Sellers attended Harvard. He later went on to direct several productions with Emmanuel Music. It was at Emmanuel that Sellers met John Adams, and also several of the singers who would go on to premiere the roles in Nixon in China. For example, James Madalena, he sings locally a lot, and he debuted this role and has been singing it, for like decades. So Sellers, Boston, love to see it. So the ballet, coolest part. So during the Cultural Revolution, which is the time period that we're in, Madame Mao, Chairman Mao's wife, one of the things that she spearheaded was the creation of these like epic propaganda works, like ballets, operas, symphonic works. You have a play within a play, and then they take it even further, and the Nixons kind of entering the play within the play, or the ballet within the play. It's like seriously like a masterclass in directing. And then you have one of the greatest, one of the most badass opera arias, period. It's like really dramatic, artsy play within a play, and Pat Nixon is like saving the dancer, and then all of a sudden Madame Mao is like, no! And she starts screaming and singing, and she's like, I am the wife of Mao Zedong. This whole opera is just like thoughtful and smart. By the end of it, you're like, holy shit, what did I just see? Thank you for joining me for Pre-Opera Cocktails. I hope you enjoy Nixon in China as much as I enjoyed talking about it. Cheers, or as they say in China, 干杯.